Hello everyone and welcome back to Step Back with Zach, and in today's video we are looking at Bleacher Report's bold predictions for the rest of the 2025-2026 NBA season following the All-Star Weekend break. Before we go any further into the video though, please don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It is my goal to hit 150 subscribers before April, so your subscription would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. So, as you see here, bold predictions for the rest of the 2025-2026 NBA season, and we see my boy Wemby as the headliner for this list. Now, I have not looked at this, so I've got no idea what to expect, but this should be really exciting. We'll try to get through it as fast as possible, so this video is not an hour long. The Spurs will overtake the Thunder as the #1 seed out west. Now, this is definitely something that I can agree. I don't think it's a bold prediction because the Spurs have been on their ass the entire season. They're only 3 games back right now, and considering that the Thunder have a much harder strength of schedule remaining, and then J-Dub is still battling with injuries and his timeline is uncertain, and Shea as well is still dealing with that abdominal strain, this is very, very possible for the Spurs to overtake the Thunder as the 1 seed. Do I think they'll finish as the 1 seed over the Thunder? Probably not, but I do see them taking it at some point, but then I do think the Thunder will get it back. It will ultimately be a strong battle for both of them though. Now, obviously, I've talked about the Spurs a lot. You guys know the Spurs are my favorite team. Victor Wembanyama is the best defensive player on the planet, but I think it's just the ultimate uncertainty of the Thunder's health that is going to determine whether or not the Spurs overtake them as the #1 seed. Not really a bold take. I can't, yeah, sure, whatever. Oh, there's 5 bold takes? I thought it said bold predictions. Oh, there's just 5 bold takes. Oh. Whoops. Okay, well that makes more sense. We'll talk about it for a little bit longer. I mean, the Thunder as well are also just more proven, and the fact that they're still the #1 seed considering all their injuries has been really, really impressive. Chet Holmgren's taken a leap, although it's not as big as I think people like to think that it is. Cason Wallace is an incredible perimeter defender still. Isaiah Joe's an elite 3-point shooter. Jared McCain's been a very, very solid pickup for them this season. He's an incredible shooter as well, bringing more to that side of the ball for the Thunder. Isaiah Hartenstein's kind of been on and off the court this entire season. You've also got, like I said, Shea has been dealing with that abdominal injury, but when he's on the court, he's still playing at an MVP level, and I think he is the MVP of the league this season. Lou Dort has really taken a step back, but his defensive menace type of play is still very, very noticeable, especially in that game against the Nuggets. God damn. But then, yeah, J-Dub coming back is probably going to be the main factor, and what he looks like as he does come back. But yeah, again, not a bold prediction in my opinion. Next, we'll get 5 first-time All-NBA honorees. Again, not a bold prediction. Yeah, like the 65-game rule is really, really hindering the awards this season. Like, we're not going to see Jokic be in consideration for the MVP because he can only miss 1 more game. Victor Wembanyama is looked at, even though he can miss, I think, 4 more games. I mean, there's still a lot of games left in the season for him to miss those games. But yeah, again, not a bold prediction. Like they say here, with the 65-game rule rearing its head again, players like LeBron and Larry Markkinen and J-Dub, Giannis, Steph have all been eliminated from this postseason award race. And with Jokic being very, very close to missing it, I'm pretty sure, I know I just said Steph, but I'm pretty sure Steph has been eliminated. Kawhi Leonard's close as well. Shea is missing more and more games. Yeah, again, I can definitely see 5 new players becoming eligible. Absolutely. Tyrese Maxey, who's pretty much a lock, he's absolutely going to make it. Denny Avdia, Jamal Murray can make a case for it. I see Chet Holmgren there, but I'm going to ignore it. Scotty Barnes, Jalen Duren, Şengün. No, Şengün should not make an All-NBA team. But I mean, I could definitely see Tyrese Maxey making it. I can see Denny Avdia making it. How many games has Jalen Johnson missed this year? If Jalen Johnson's still in the threshold, I can see him making it. But again, the 65-game rule is just total bullshit, and I hate it. I do not like the 65-game rule. I think it should be moved to 60, personally. But yeah, again, not the boldest prediction, but 5 might be a lot. I could definitely see at least 3. Like I said, with Denny and Tyrese Maxey, Jamal Murray should absolutely make it. But yeah, again, it's just not a very hot take. Like I want some, like they say, bold predictions, and this is definitely not a bold prediction, but it's also not a whatever prediction either. But yeah, like the 65-game rule sucks, and I hate it. Because we've also got no Tyrese Halliburton either, right? We've got no Damian Lillard who could potentially make it, no Jason Tatum, so that's even more spots open to players. Like a Chet could sneak in there. Scotty Barnes could sneak in there. It's definitely likely, and I think that this prediction will come into fruition. Next, the Chicago Bulls will lose the most games. I'm obviously assuming that they mean from after the All-Star break, like going from now, from the trade deadline All-Star break to the rest of the season. That's what I'm going to assume, but I'm going to say no, just primarily because the Sacramento Kings exist. They'll probably lose the most games out east, them or the Pacers. However, no, I don't agree with this because, I mean, they still got Josh Giddey. They've still got Ant Simons who can go off like crazy. Gershon's been a great addition for them. Jalen Smith's been really good. They've still got Colin Sexton. So they've still been really, really solid. However, let me just look at Basketball Reference real quick. See how many games they have lost since the All-Star break. Jesus! Okay, that's crazy. What in the hell? I mean, to be fair, they did go on an 11-game win streak after the trade deadline and are 1-5 since the All-Star break. So this, it could be possible, but I mean, it's going to be between them and the Kings. But I mean, Josh Giddey wasn't playing in some of those games. They obviously traded away Nikola Vucevic. But yeah, I mean, again, not a bold prediction because the Chicago Bulls suck for the first, like they're actually tanking now for the first time in forever. So shout out to the Chicago Bulls for actually, well, their front office for getting a brain, because Jesus Christ, we've been telling the Bulls front office to tank for the longest time. So you stop getting these, 10, 11, 12 picks in the draft, or 10, 11, 12 overall picks in the draft. I mean, they've also still got Martis Buzelis, who's really, really good, but Billy Donovan doesn't like playing him for extended minutes, which is silly. But I mean, yeah, this could be between them and the Kings. However, I do think the Kings are going to be the team that loses the most games. And then it will be the Chicago Bulls, ultimately, in my opinion. Next up, Con Knippel will win Rookie of the Year. Again, not a bold take, because Con Knippel and Cooper Flagg have been battling for the Rookie of the Year honors for the entire season. Cooper Flagg, though, is still dealing with a foot sprain, and I don't know when he's going to be back. He's missed a lot of time. Like, Cooper Flagg's already missed 11 games this season, so he can only miss 6 more, I think, which, I mean, they've still got like a little over 20 games remaining in the season. But Con Knippel's been fairly healthy all year. I don't think he's missed very many games, if any at all. He's been really damn good. Like I keep saying, he's going to be the face of NBA three-point shooting after Steph Curry retires. Not a bold take. Not a bold take. What would have been a bold take is saying VJ Edgecombe will win Rookie of the Year. So again, just not... A lot of these are bold takes, Bleacher Report. Jesus, what are we doing? I was expecting some, heavy hitters. Con Knippel has been my favorite rookie this year. Like, I love Con Knippel. The dude he literally has, how many times has he hit 8 3-pointers a game this season? I'll put it on the screen now, how many times he's done it. But he's been, oh my God, he's been insane. Con Knippel will win Rookie of the Year, in my opinion. I agree with this, but what I don't agree with is that it's a bold prediction. Because of the fact, like I keep saying, Cooper Flagg has just been injured. And because of this long absence, he might not be the player he was when he comes back. But Con Knippel and the Charlotte Hornets as well are also winning more than the Dallas Mavericks are, even though Cooper Flagg's Dallas Mavericks are definitely worse than the Charlotte Hornets. However, that wasn't the case coming into the season. Both of those teams suck. But Con Knippel has been a massive reason that the Charlotte Hornets have been able to turn their season around and have been able to win. So I ultimately think Con Knippel will be the Rookie of the Year. And the very last one, a head coach will be fired. And this man right here, Doc Rivers, should definitely be fired. We saw last season, literally just last season, right before the playoffs, we had 2 major head coaches be fired in Taylor Jenkins of the Memphis Grizzlies and Mike Malone of the Denver Nuggets, which were both super duper surprising, and then they were replaced by, frankly, quite unknown coaches. But I think Doc Rivers is a great candidate to be fired. However, I don't think he will, because of the fact that Giannis specifically requested Doc Rivers to be their coach after Adrian Griffin, which was stupid, by the way, Giannis. Doc Rivers is a terrible coach, and I don't know why on earth you'd want that. But then I can also see like a Jamal Mosley getting fired because the Magic have just been super underwhelming this year, and I don't think that they have lived up to their expectations at all, but they have been dealing with a lot of injuries, but again, that doesn't really matter. And then you've got poor Doug Christie of the Sacramento Kings, and again, although I don't think he's been a very great coach this season, to be honest, who would turn that Sacramento Kings team around? Because they suck. They are terrible. And as much as I love Greg Popovich and I think he's the greatest coach of all time, I don't even think he would have been able to turn the Kings season around. But they have also said, yep, Jamal Mosley there as well. Doug Christie, yeah, again, Brian Keefe. I don't think you can really judge Brian Keefe's season this year with the Wizards because, again, they've been terrible. It will be next year that we can see if Brian Keefe is warranted to coach an NBA team, because I mean, they'll have Trae Young healthy, they'll have Anthony Davis healthy, they'll have a top pick. Alex Sarr will be another year more experienced, so he'll be better. Keyshawn George. I'm really excited for that Wizards team, by the way. Billy Donovan as well, I don't think will be fired this season. I think a lot of these coaches will be fired during the off season. But yeah, again, just not a very bold take. I can see it happening, but I mean, hell, if last season was anything to be looked at, with two major players, or coaches rather, were fired, especially Michael Malone, anything can happen. Do I think Doc Rivers will be fired? No. Do I think Jamal Mosley will be fired? Yes. Do I think Billy Donovan will be fired? Yes. Do I think Doug Christie will be fired? No. Actually, I'm not sure if Billy Donovan will be fired. I don't know. The coach firing is always up in the air. It's not really something that's super predictable. But that will be all from me for this video of the 5 bold predictions from Bleacher Report this year. A much shorter video, thank God, because I've been super busy recently, which is why I haven't been getting videos out at the rate that I would like. However, I like doing these reactions. Like I said in the intro, please don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.